How is it going, everybody? So there is some really big news in the ChatGPT world. I want to share with you guys, it's not as relevant to real estate, but it is just a really cool concept. And so this is less of a what is Cody learning about ChatGPT video and more of a hey, let's talk about ChatGPT and how it is going to impact the world. And let me try and convince you as a real estate agent to really get on board. And I would wager that because you have found this video, you're probably at least semi interested in this topic. And if you are and you're still looking to figure out ChatGPT and what it can offer the world, there are two things that I would like to share with you. So first and foremost, because you are here, I have this entire playlist that this video is a part of, and it is all about Mark, my business partner, and my experience using and working with ChatGPT over the last several months since pretty well November, early December. And I've just been chronicling what I have been doing, what I've been learning, and how you as a real estate agent can directly apply it. So some incredible information. I would encourage you start looking at these videos, subscribe to my page. That's what this channel is for. It's just an ongoing exploration into ChatGPT. I am never going to claim to be an expert. Not for maybe in like 5 years. You find me in 5 years, maybe I will be an expert. I'm just a novice. I'm just an enthusiast, and I am enjoying learning how to use ChatGPT in some really cool ways. But the other way that you could do it is Mark has been in the real estate space for the last 3 decades, and he's been working with thousands of real estate agents. And so me and him put together a webinar series a couple weeks back, and we took that and we realized, you know what, an hour is just not quite enough time. And so we sat down over a weekend and we basically said, let's go until we are done. And we put together this really cool training. It is a free training, and you can gain access to it by going to workflowsecrets.info/REGPT web. And I'll throw that down in the description. But on this page, you can watch this video and learn a little bit about what we will be covering. I've got it written out as well. And then if you are interested, click this register for my free spot. Just send me your name and your email address so I know where to send some bonus content. We have a couple worksheets that go with that training, and you will gain access to this free, it's like an hour and a half long training all about how real estate agents can tactically apply ChatGPT. And Mark took that 3 decades of information and he's been applying it to what he knows about real estate and technology as a computer programmer and an engineer. And he's just really dispelling it down for you guys into the agents, terms and understanding so that you guys can really find some success with this. So some really cool topics, and we would be honored to have you. And I will throw that down in the link below if you are interested. But I want to talk to you guys about another concept that I think is really cool. And ChatGPT released its API this week. You might be asking, what is an API? I had to Google it myself, so we're on the same plane right here. But an API stands for the Application Programming Interface, WOLF. So one of my favorite TikTokers in the YouTube or in the ChatGPT space described it this way, and it made much more sense to me than whatever that is. But basically, if a company is a person at a restaurant, the API is the server who is taking their order and bringing it to the kitchen, and the kitchen would be ChatGPT. And then the kitchen will make that order and they will give it to the server, and the server will bring it back to the table. And so the API is basically the middleman who's moving back and forth along this path with information, right? So what does that mean for technology as a whole? Well, I was talking to one of my buddies yesterday about just this launch of the API. He's in the marketing space as well, and he's like, I don't understand what is the relevance of this. And I just I had this really big insight, this aha moment. I wanted to share it with you guys because, again, I think it's really cool. But I said, basically, with the release of the API, which allows apps to connect themselves to ChatGPT in their own way, this is going to mean widespread adoption of ChatGPT within software. Now, with that being said, I've already seen some softwares start implementing ChatGPT into what they do. Some big names in the space are Salesforce and Slack and Zapier. They all have ChatGPT integrations. We've covered RealVolve, the real estate specific CRM. They've started integrating ChatGPT features. Another one is ClickFunnels, which is what we use for our marketing funnels. And they have built out an AI assistant in their 2.0 product. And I actually got to look at it yesterday. It's crazy. So not only are companies already implementing or adding ChatGPT features, but I kind of think that this is a really big indication for the industry as a whole. I said, this is a big move for ChatGPT because they're first to market. Now, if you think about way back to your marketing classes when you were in business school or when you were in high school and you took a marketing course or wherever, we talk about first to market being important, but not always the person who wins, right? A good case study would be in the social media space. We had MySpace. They were first to market. Facebook beat them, right? And so I think that, you can kind of look at tech as a cyclical industry, and you could probably assume that, okay, well, that's probably going to happen in the AI space. But I also see this being really interesting because ChatGPT is being the first to market. And so people are already starting to integrate them into their software. Now, what that means is whomever comes next, they have to be not only the same level of ChatGPT, but they have to be significantly better, because I almost think of it as like building a house, right? All these companies are using ChatGPT as the screws to build their house. Now, another company could build a better screw. But are you, as the home builder, going to go to all of your houses that you've built and unscrew every single screw and now re-add this new screw? Probably not. It would have to be a significantly better screw for you even to fathom that. So I think now that ChatGPT is being integrated into so many of these companies, the more companies that integrate, the more people are using ChatGPT, the stronger they become as a force within the AI industry. And I think that's really cool. I think it's a really interesting insight. So that is something I wanted to share with you. And before I go, I will leave you with this other little nugget. So Mark and I were talking the other day, and there is this really cool new Chrome extension that has popped out for ChatGPT, and it's called AI PRM for ChatGPT. So you can go to Chrome's extensions through the settings and the extension store, and then you go to the little hamburger menu, open in Chrome store, get into extensions, right? So that's how you get there. And then you just type in AI PRM for ChatGPT, and I'll link this URL down in the description. But you download this and you add it to your Chrome. And once you do, you can boot it up, and it goes and gives you this Reddit style interface within your ChatGPT. Now, what this interface is doing is it is giving you some different prompts that people have been using to a great deal of success. And it's almost built out in a Reddit style community centric way. And you can look at how many views, how many comments or usages, people who have voted it as helpful. And I think this is a really cool concept because now we have some community centric use of tools and features, and we're able to kind of capitalize on this brain sync of all of these bajillions of people who are interested in ChatGPT, who are working to become good prompt engineers, and they're doing it at a high caliber. So that is a Chrome extension that you have access to, and you can use it. It's got different outputs and stuff. I personally have not gotten to dive deep into it yet, but I think it's really fascinating. If you get tired of it and you don't want to use it anymore, you just click on the little icon up top and it'll load out a new chat, and it's not there anymore. But there are a lot of really cool things coming to ChatGPT, not only in the extension space, but in how companies are starting to integrate AI. And I think that at the end of the day, that's going to make our life much easier. It's going to allow us to do better work. And if you found this video, I would wager that you're not scared of the space. You're leaning in and trying to learn how to use it effectively. But there are a lot of people who are scared of AI right now because they've seen way too many sci-fi movies, in my opinion. But perhaps it's warranted. And I think that the more we realize that the allowance of ChatGPT to take all this grunt work off the table, it's going to allow us to do better work. And we don't have to hold the suffering that is time waste, or the drone of sitting there and grinding through a process as a badge. We just don't have to. If you as a real estate agent can save time using a tool to write your email, and then you take that email, you apply discernment, you give it a couple tweaks, and you send it out, you save 3 minutes per email. Okay, well, that's almost 30 hours a year. What could you do with 30 hours? That's probably another closing or at least a couple of appointments. Maybe you get to take a vacation, or God forbid, you go back and enjoy a hobby that you picked up a couple years ago. You see where I'm going with this? So autonomy of scale, it's like a concept. But I think that technology empowers that. And that's really what we do over here at Workflow Secrets. That's why I love helping you guys, because if I can help you become more productive as a real estate agent, you're going to be more successful as a product, and the world gets much better. And Mark has this incredible story about why he came into the industry of real estate, and it involves one of his dear personal friends. And she was a real estate agent, and she found her daughter one night when she had to work late in her closet, and she was so scared because she couldn't find her daughter when she got home. And her daughter was in there sleeping because she missed her mom so much, and she just wanted to smell the perfume on her clothes. My dad was a new parent, and it broke his heart. And that is what brought him to the industry. And that is what we hear time and time again. We hear real estate agents who are taking those 14-hour days, 6 days a week, 53 weeks a year, and they're just grinding and grinding and grinding. And that's not a model that is sustainable, not only for your health, but for your mental capacity. That's the mindset that is going to burn you and churn you out of real estate. If we can help you avoid that, I would really like to. So that is what this video is about. I will circle back because, man, I would just be so honored if you're interested in learning all about ChatGPT. This 1.5 hour long training, completely free, and it's just so jam-packed with some really cool stuff. You can find it at workflowsecrets.info/RE GPT web. Sign up for it. Give me your email address and your name, and I'm going to send you some bonuses. They're called one-pagers, and it goes through all of the different content and the different prompts that we go through in that training. so that you can grab those prompts. You don't have to pause the video and try and type it out. You just grab the prompt, you can apply it to your own business, you can work alongside us, and man, start learning with us. But go ahead, do me a favor, like this video, send it to a friend, and let me know in the comments if you have hopped on this training, what you thought of the training, and what you've been enjoying out of these videos. And I'm going to keep producing these videos. I'm going to keep sharing what we're learning. And I hope you're enjoying it. I hope ChatGPT has been good to you, and it's helping you redefine your real estate business, become that tech empowered entrepreneur. But that's what I've got for today. I will see you guys very soon.